Welcome to Sunday Tea Talk, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the motivation. We don't normally record the motivation. If you guys want me to do that, record that part as well. Let me know, and I will. And look like my glasses are crooked, but we don't need those right now anyway. So, welcome, Happy New Year again. So, this is Sunday Tea Talk. My name is Empress Shuna. I'm your lifestyle coach, and we are here for spiritual, inspirational, and motivational, motivational time. And we generally talk about things of life and things of God and things of history. And I was listening to Reverend Ike. You guys remember Reverend Ike? Am I telling my age talking about Reverend Ike? Well, I was listening to Reverend Ike, and what he was talking about just really impacted me. And I'm like, yeah, you know, sometimes we don't got my little cursor all in the way. We don't think about how we're making ourselves victim. We're victimizing ourselves sometimes. We don't want to do that in 2023. We did enough of that in 2022, especially coming out of COVID and let's that on time, especially coming out of COVID and you know, a lot of people lost businesses, lost jobs, and didn't know what to do. They had no direction. And by the way, if you look for jobs, we are hiring. If you want to start a business, we are training. Okay. So we have to come out of that mentality. Let's make it all happening for me in 2023. Say that for me. It's happening for me in 2023. That's going to be our affirmation for today. I said something else, but we're going to let that be it. Okay, so our title for today, now we need the glasses. Excuse me. Do you have your tea? It is Sunday Tea Talk. Today, I am drinking coffee. Coffee is a sort of tea. It has a lot of healthy benefits. Mm, sip on that. Mm. Did you know it helps to get rid of phlegm? Yeah, it helps to get phlegm out of your system. If you have a headache, you could drink a cup of coffee and it will help with that headache, right? So we are going to read Matthew chapter 6, verse 6. My Bible, where's my Bible? Been moving stuff around. I do not have my Bible. And where's my books? Okay, I'm winging it today. I don't have any of my books. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go to the Bible online and read to you what chapter um with Matthew. If you have a Bible, you can get it. Um oh, it's not coming up. What's happening here? Okay, let's just type in Matthew 6, 6. See what comes up. Okay. Okay, so what it says is okay, Bible Gateway. That's where I normally go. I couldn't think of Bible Gateway because I haven't used the Bible online in such a long time. But what Matthew 6 is, Matthew 6, chapter 6, verse 6. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. Okay, but he will reward you openly. So this is from the New International Translation, and I like to read the Amplified translation as well. Okay, so the Amplified translation says, but when you pray, go into your most private room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is in secret. Okay, and your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. Well, let's talk about that really quickly because, he was making some really good points. And I'm like, you know what? We don't talk about this stuff anymore. Okay, I'm going to make it just a little bigger for me. So it says, the Father sees and confirms me as I see and feel myself within. Right? So our title for today is the making power of God. All right. And that's what he was speaking on, the making power of God, and how when it says, when he says that secret place is that place within you. Right. And let me cut and paste this so I don't have to go back and forth real quick. I can just stick with you guys because I'm toggling back and forth. I don't want to do that. So that secret place again is that inner world, that inner place. That's why you go into a private, some versions, some people say go into your prayer closet or your secret room. That some people have a room in their house where they go and just pray alone by themselves. And then some people have that prayer time with the family. Prayer time with the family is one thing. You covering the family's covering each other. But when it's personal, you got to go into that private place and pray to the Father in secret and in that secret place. Okay. And it says the Father sees what's inside of you and confirms me as I see myself from within. Okay, and I'm going to repeat that. You can write it down like this. The Father sees and confirms me as I see and feel myself within. Okay. I will appear in the outer world as I appear to myself in my inner world. So you're the creator, you're inside. Remember, he said, speak those things as not as though they were. So what you're seeing, how you're visualizing, this was about is that making power, is that visualization, how you see yourself. Okay. So you want yourself to appear as that person you see when you're dreaming, that person you see when you're in your imagination, that person when you're praying. You see yourself a certain way when you're praying and asking God to change your situation. You see the situation how you want it to be. You speak in that situation how you want it to be. You're speaking your life as you want it to be, and you're actually creating right then in your imagination as you pray. You're seeing yourself there, right? You got to see it before you can see it. So you got to take that time to visualize yourself the way you want to be. The way you want your outer world is how you appear to yourself in your inner world. I will appear in the outer world as I appear to myself in my inner world. Okay, how you see yourself. Now the Father, who is the source of all things, he is the source. The Father who is in secret. Okay, the Father, the source of all things, the source of everything, the giver. Okay, so he sees you as you see yourself in that secret place, because you're praying and you're visualizing yourself. And when you take that time, that's why it's important to just take that time to meditate and visualize, and you see yourself how you want to be. You create your life in your inner self, and then that can exude out to other people. So when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your relationships with your spouse, your children, or somebody you're trying to get to be your spouse, your business partners, your clients, See yourself in advance, how you want to interact and be and do and have with these people or these situations. And as you see yourself in your mind, so does in the indwelling God, who is the source of all things, see you. He sees you that way too, right? So you got to take that time to visualize. And that's why it's so important. That's why it's so important. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You are the creator. And when you're in that visualization time, you're creating. And so when you come out of that time, you got to stay into that person that you made. You made the life that you can't let the outside forces or the outside influences change who you decide you want to be. Now, you don't want to be no mean, evil person. You want to be a good person. Everybody wants to be a good person unless something's wrong with them mentally. But sane people want to be good people. And if you really want to be a good person, then create that good person. Think of goodness. I was told that I wasn't a good friend. I was told that I was, exuding this, cocky attitude or whatever. But I just was very confident in myself, and I saw myself as being very confident and being a great speaker and and helping everyone to be confident within themselves, because my desire, my passion, it is helping other people to come out of low self-esteem, to come out of poverty, to come out of not believing in themselves. So I see myself as believing in myself and being able to do any and everything that I want to do. And I had gotten away from that. And when I got away from that, that's when everybody was seeing me as a different person. And a lot of times people see you ask somebody about you don't even got to ask them about you. You could just be talking to somebody, and when they're talking, you shut up and you listen, because they're going to tell you what they think about you. And as long as you just be quiet and let them talk, they're going to express how they feel about you. Okay, this is why I didn't put the jacket totally on, because I get warm. So they're going to tell you how they feel about you just in that conversation, if you just be quiet and listen. And I'm going to let that fester, and I'm going to sip my coffee. Because when I heard that, I was like, you know what? That is so true. If you and a person are having a problem, and you go to that person and you start letting them talk, and you just sit there and be quiet and just shut up, they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you how they see you as a person. They're going to tell you how they feel about you. And they're going to tell you, try to give you advice on what they think you should be doing. And they're going to tell you what you're not doing. And it's going to be all that's not you, because their perception of how they see you is not in love most of the time. And if it's in love, then they're going to reveal, God is going to give it to them to reveal to you how you really, truly are. But when it's somebody that's not you, and they have a totally different perception of who you are, and they don't see you as who you really are, you either need to check yourself, or how you perceive, how you're exuding yourself, or you need to question, is this somebody I need to be around even? You know, let's mend this situation and part ways, because you're not seeing me as I am, and you have this bad perception of me, and this is not who I am at all. So you got to go back within yourself and visualize yourself. And this is why you constantly have to be creating your life. You can't stop. You can't say I'm going to make my, because it's Happy New Year time, I'm making New Year's resolutions. I am meditating. I'm all in my this is you. You're saying this. I'm all in my meditation. I'm visualizing myself. I'm going to the car dealership, sitting in the car that I want. I'm seeing myself. I'm doing visualization in the car. I'm going to this empty house and I'm seeing myself in this house, and I'm visualizing that. I'm going to the bank. I'm writing the amount of money that I want deposited on my bank statement. I'm writing, yeah, you do all this. Yeah, do all this. If you haven't done it already, do it. And so you're saying to yourself, you're doing all this. Okay. I'm talking to the person that I want to spend my life with. I'm talking to them, and on that level. And so for this person, you're doing that now. You're doing that now, but you have to consistently do that. Wake up in the morning and create your day. Take that time in the morning. Sometimes I don't even get out the bed until I see my day. Once I see my day, then I sit on the edge of the bed and I be grateful for it. So that's I'm just giving you an idea or of how you can do it. You don't have to do it the way I do it. Some people they want to get up, brush their teeth, wash their face in respect for God before they even start to speak to God. Some people want to do that, but you can wake up in gratefulness without speaking to God, not in prayer, just waking up in gratefulness. I'm so happy and grateful that I even woke up this morning. I'm so happy and grateful that I woke up in the bed. So just little things you speak in gratefulness before you even go wash your face, and as you walk to the bathroom to wash your face and brush your teeth and get yourself prepared for prayer, speak those things you are grateful for. You can do that. That is part of visualization too. That is part of creating positive environment in your home. And it helps you to control the way you see yourself in that secret place of your mind when you do visualization and when you wake up in a state of gratefulness. So as you visualize yourself internally, it will begin to exude into that external outer place. But it doesn't happen always overnight, especially if this is something that's new to you. It may not just happen overnight. And some people, they jump in it and they stay in it, they live in it just like that, but that doesn't mean it happens like that for everybody. So let's talk about that. While you're in that internal place, in that secret place of your mind, then that is what we call the making power. Okay, that's where that making power. Okay, the making power is always seeing me as I see myself within the secret place of my heart. What is that making power? That is the power of God, the Spirit of God that is within you, that's creating that life, that lifestyle, that business, that relationship that you want. That is the Spirit of God that He has put in you and is dwelling within you, and we've had it from day one. And when you go into that secret place and you visualize yourself internally, that making power starts to work. It starts to create. That creator that's within you, it starts to create. And that power that is within you is always seeing me as I see myself within the secret place of my heart. Okay, that's something you can write that down. The making power is always seeing me as I see myself within the secret place of my heart. Always. Okay. So whatever you see, whatever you want, see yourself as the one who has it. Okay. And you can say that to yourself. Whatever I want, I see myself as the one who has it. So the making power of God in me is always creating that which I see myself being, doing, and having in my own heart. So you can write that down too. The making power of God, which is in me, is always creating that which I see myself being, doing, and having in my own heart. So let's practice that now. Okay? Always start by seeing yourself as you want to be. Let's activate that making power within you starting today. That's why we always start off with meditation and visualization. So if you come on right a little bit before 8 and right at 8, we have that meditation time where we're visualizing ourselves in the place that we want to be. So one more thing, you want to write this down right here and right now. I enter the secret place of the Most High. Okay. I enter the production plant of the Most High. I enter this place in me where the Father is in secret, where the Father sees me in secret, where the Father sees my vision in secret. I enter to the theater of my mind and I look upon the stage of my imagination, and this is how I see myself before God. Okay? That making power activated today. See yourself there in the theater of your mind, the stage of your imagination. And next time in your secret place, create the life of your dream. And let's do that for 2023. Let's activate that making power that God gives us from within. Okay. I want to thank you guys for joining me on today. If you missed it, it's recorded. Okay. And on next Tea Talk, we're going to see, how do you perceive God? Think about that. How do you perceive God? So, do you see God as I don't want to get into it. We're going to get into that next week. And read Psalms 91 also while you're creating yourself. We want to create new life for 2021. I want to thank you all for joining me on today. And we have Finance Friday on Fridays, and we have Money Making Monday at noontime. Not Money Making, just Money Monday. Wealth Wednesday at noontime. And we also are hiring. If you're looking for jobs, if you want a business, we will help you create that business. My name is Shuna. I'm your lifestyle coach. And I want to thank you guys again for coming out and joining me on today. So as we close out, let's do some of that visualization. Okay, as we close out, I want you to see yourself. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes just where you sit. I know we did our meditation this morning, but some of you weren't there. So I just want you to close your eyes as you sit with your hands up on your lap. Just put your hands on your lap. If you have your mudra that you do, you could do that mudra, the hand mudra at there, whether it's healing or manifestation. And so just say these things to right now, right here and right now. I enter the secret place of the Most High. I enter the production plan of the Most High. I enter this place in me where the Father sees in secret, where the Father sees me in secret, where the Father sees my vision in secret. I enter into the throne of my mind and I look upon the stage of my imagination. And this is how I see myself before God. And then from there, create what you want to see. Do you see yourself wealthy? Do you see yourself running your business, actually in your business chair, making the phone calls? That's what I see. But what do you see? What do you want? See that right now and present that and create it to be what you want to be. Put a sign on the wall. Life is good. Put a sign on the wall. I am the creator. And put it on the sign. 2023 is for me. It's happening for me in 2023. And as you visualize yourself and you stay there in that place, as long as it takes for you to create the life of your dream. And when you come out of it, don't forget to thank our Father. Don't forget to thank the Creator for the making power that He has given you. And thank you for joining me on today. Keep on creating, and we'll stop with that. But you don't have to stop. Keep on creating. Sit there as long as it takes. Father, we thank you for it. We thank you for this time.